Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mariana and once again I am camping in the snow. This is actually my third time camping and this is really the first time when I'm camping completely by myself. The first time I camped in the snow, I had someone with me for the first night, next morning, and then I was just by myself, and that actually went very smoothly. I actually made a video about that, so make sure to check it out. Last time, 2 weeks ago, I was here and I actually had two guys I camped with and it was a lot of fun. None of them wanted to be in the video, so I didn't make one. Now I came back to the same camping spot and this is actually a very challenging spot. So in this video, I'm going to tell you about some of the challenges and some of the struggles you might face. It is a lot of fun, but I just kind of want to give you a few things that can come up so you can be more prepared when you decide to venture out in the snow. The first problem I was facing was to find the right place to camp. So the situation is that it is now April. You need to go up high enough in elevation so that if there is rain, it would actually be snow. But the other problem is that I need to find a place where it's not completely covered in snow so that the roads are blocked. A lot of roads are closed around here. So I need to get to a campsite, but also I need to be able to get off the road and go far enough where my dogs are not going to run out. But at the same time, if I'm going far enough, I don't want to get stuck. So this really limits the possibilities. And like I said, I was here 2 weeks ago and I was hoping that maybe I'll find a better spot, but I didn't. So this will do. But I'm up at Huntington Lake. It's on the top part. This is 7,300 feet and this is basically the end of the road. There is nowhere else to go from here. You could look at the map I'm showing you right now. There was really nowhere to even turn off. This was the only place where I could park my truck. And then the problem with this place is that I had to climb over a wall of snow and then climb down and come maybe about, I don't know, 100 feet, 150, it's kind of hard to tell. I had to walk in deep snow. So that means every step, my feet could go in knee deep, or it was on the top of the snow, or it was just halfway down. It was very challenging. And when I was here last time, the two guys actually carried all the heavy stuff and I just carried the light stuff. But now I had to carry everything by myself. So these are the challenges. Also, most of the campsites are closed. That would be nice if I found a free campsite up here and I could just camp there. They would have bathrooms and everything, but they're either under complete snow or they are closed. A lot of them have seasons. Most of them actually charge around here. Shaver Lake, Huntington Lake, most of them charge $30, $40 a night, but they're closed anyways, so that was out of the question. So basically the only thing you can do is to have all your setup with you, or your tables and chairs and canopy and tent and everything you need to be able to just camp anywhere. And I found this one spot, so I had to just do what I had to do to set up everything. when you camp in the snow, you have to have a few essentials. So coming up here, I knew that my heater will not work and I will be camping in the cold. So I bought a new tent. I've been wanting to do this. It is a canvas tent by Kodiak, and this is basically the top of the line of all the tents. A canvas tent is the best thing you could have. It's called a 4-season tent. It will seal in all the heat. It's of course also waterproof, and the one I got, it has windows on all sides, doors and windows, so you could open it up in the summer. So it's great for the summer, not only for the winter. So I brought that. I borrowed that subarctic sleeping bag just to make sure. And so these two things you have to have. You have to have a very good tent, and like I said, I would recommend a canvas tent, a really good sleeping bag. I would also recommend to bring a canopy like I did, because you don't want snow covering everything. I mean, you're gonna cook food and you have things out, so you don't want to do that. It's time to eat breakfast. Actually, I'm not sure what to call it. It's already 3 o'clock. I slept in until 11. I was so tired, and up until now I only had coffee, so now I'm starving. And my favorite camp breakfast is eggs with bacon and mushrooms. Sometimes I do add some leftover steak bites from the night before. You guys ate all the food this morning. You have absolutely nothing to eat. You have no dinner. You have no breakfast. For the dogs, I made a potato. I just fried it in oil. I don't even know if it's completely done, but it doesn't really matter since they're dogs. And then some of my pork steak I'm giving them, and then I was going to give them a zucchini, and I was going to have green peas, but one of them, probably Misha, already got a hold of it and started eating it. So that's the other thing they're getting, as well as a can of corn. I always have some extra food just in case, and this actually comes in handy so well. So they have never eaten this well in their entire life. Good morning. It is now Sunday morning around 7:30, and I slept pretty well. I actually slept pretty well both nights. As you know, I have no heater, so I have to do everything possible to stay warm. So what I do is I have a t-shirt on, and then I have a thermal shirt. It actually comes all the way up here to my fingers, and then I have this sweatshirt. I put the hoodie on, and then I even have a scarf on, so it kind of keeps everything in. And I have this 0-degree sleeping bag. I have a blanket over it. It's a big and fluffy blanket, and I have an air mattress. So that is really all I can do besides being in this tent. One more thing I could do is I bought some hand warmers. So you could buy these little ones, You have a few of them in a package, and they're actually good for a few hours. What you do is you take them out, and then you just kind of shake them up, break them up a little bit. It might take 5 to 10 minutes for it to work, but it's actually pretty warm. But what I did was I wanted to buy some more, and they didn't have it, so they had these really big ones. So this is the difference. The price is different too, because this is like $2. This might take up to 30 minutes to work, but after that it will be warm, even hot almost. Not burning hot, but so it's not dangerous. You know, you could put it in your shirt or something, but very warm. And it's supposed to last 12 hours. Friday night it lasted about 10 hours, which is really good, and that actually helped me. And what I was doing, I would just hold it in one hand and then the other, and that sort of helped. So Friday night I was a little bit cold here and there, but it wasn't bad at all considering. And I slept until about 11 o'clock. I was so exhausted. And after about 8 o'clock, the sun came out, and this tent became warm. The top of the tent is white, and I think maybe that's why, so that it lets in the sunshine or the sun rays. I don't know, but it was really nice and warm after that, so I definitely slept in, and I enjoyed it. The weather is gorgeous. The sun is out, the sky is blue. It is now time to make some breakfast, and for the first time I'm gonna make oatmeal. During every camping trip, I learned something, and during this trip, I realized something about my propane tanks. First of all, I already know that the heater is not going to work here because of the low oxygen shut-off valve, but I thought my propane bottles that I use for cooking wouldn't have any problems because the oxygen is not really an issue. But what I have realized was that I used up the propane so quickly, I couldn't believe it. Usually, one green propane bottle will last 2 or 3 camping trips. And Friday night, I hooked up a brand new bottle. I only boiled water for my dehydrated food, so that took maybe 5 minutes, and then I turned it off, and in the morning it was empty. So then I hooked up a new bottle, and I cooked my breakfast, and then I cooked dinner, and each of these took maybe 10 minutes at the most, maybe 15, but even then it's not that much. And this morning that bottle was empty. I'm lucky because I brought an extra 4 because I was thinking that maybe my heater will work, and I didn't want to bring my big propane tank, so I brought a bunch of little green ones that I could use, and that saved me because normally I only have 1 or 2 for cooking because, like I said, they last so long. So here's the tip: bring extra green bottles. Now comes the hard part. I have to break everything down and drag it up on that hill of snow. I have to carry everything up, and that is going to be very hard. I already started doing the little things here and there, but it is what it is. That's just part of camping. That is part of this camping trip. It was a lot of work, but when you have a lot of work put into something, you probably appreciate it even more. So hopefully you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed this trip. I think it was great, especially this is my last time, most likely until November. So I will sort of cherish these memories. That's why I like making these videos, because I can always look back and kind of relive the moments. I will remember what I was thinking and what was going on because I have it on video, and otherwise I wouldn't. So if you haven't subscribed yet and you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, and that way you will be updated when I have anything new coming out. I will try my best to have a video every week. I know I kind of lagged the past few months. I had maybe like once every 2 weeks because it was just raining and there was nothing to do, but I'm on it now. It's time to camp, time to travel, time to do all sorts of things. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.